Hi, youth beginner students. Master C here. Got a kind of a special class. I know that we had 2 weeks of review classes that we posted that were really cool, and a number of you guys were able to do some belt testing, so that's great. If you're new in rank, I would encourage you to take a look at the YouTube channel, find a playlist for your new rank, and start to look into some of those things, okay? But I will make a fun class today that incorporates some outdoor training for everybody. So let's go ahead and bow into our class. You guys can face this way. Check it. Kunyat. Awesome. Now, our warm-up today is going to be really simple. It's just going to be 25 jumping jacks, 25 push-ups, and 25 sit-ups. Okay? If you are outside in the grass, instead of sit-ups, you're welcome to sub in squats. Okay? But if you have a nice spot outside that's dry, then you're welcome to kind of put those in there. Okay? So I'll give you a quick second to do that warm-up. Just get the blood pumping a little bit, and we'll come back here for our drills for today. So it was 25 jumping jacks, 25 push-ups, and 25 sit-ups or 25 squats. Write that one at the end. All right, first things that we're gonna be working on. We're gonna do some hand techniques moving forward and back. Now, a lot of times when we work this one in class, students underestimate how tricky it is to do the techniques backwards, but it's a really good kind of tool we can use as teachers here. So I'm gonna take a few steps back, and we're gonna start off with our low blocks. We're gonna go through all of our single techniques, guys, and I'll encourage you to kind of hang on and give them a try. Once I do the technique all the way towards you and you're kind of coming towards me, we'll then do the technique moving backwards. So you're not going to turn around and go back. You should be able to watch the screen and keep your eyes on me the whole time. So it should work pretty nicely. So go ahead and scoot to the back section of the space that you're in so you have plenty of space to move forward. And by the way, if your space is different than mine, and maybe you can't take as many steps forward as I can, then feel free to stop at the point where you can no longer move forward. So go ahead, take your left leg back into a front stance so that we are mirrored. And we're gonna start off with our low block. So whatever foot is forward, that same side hand is in our low block position. Now you guys know, with a block, there's 3 steps. There's a load, a step, and the execution of the block. So take your chambered hand, load it up by your opposite ear, step forward, and low block. Good. Now you guys should be mirroring me. That means this is my right leg forward, but you will actually have your left, okay? Next one, load, comes up at the opposite ear, step and block. Good, we're gonna do 2 more. Load, step, block. Last one, load, step, and block. Now, at this point, we are going to move backwards doing the same technique. So chamber hand's gonna load up by our opposite ear, step backwards now, and low block. I still wanna make sure I have a good front stance each time I step. Load, step, block, nice. Load with that chambered hand, step backwards, and block. One more. Load, step, and block. Nice. Next technique, we're gonna change to Sangdan Maki, high block. Right, chambered hand, loads at the opposite hip this time. Step forward and high block, that's 1. Load, step, block, that's 2. Load, step, block, that's 3, 1 to go. Load, step, block. Good. We did our high blocks coming forward, time to go backwards. Chamber hand loads at the opposite hip, step back, 1. Load, step, block, that's 2. Load, step, block, that's 3. Load, step, block for 4. Next technique, Anuso Pakaro Maki, inside outside block. Right? I still have the same hand out as the foot that's forward, and my fist is basically kind of like right in front of my chin. Chamber hand loads at the opposite hip, just like for high block. Step forward, inside block. Load, step, block. step, block. One more, load, step, block. Backing up, same techniques. Load, step, block. Now, upper belts. I want you to think about your block finishing the same time your foot lands. Load. Now as I step back, boom, my block finishes same time the foot lands. Load, step, block. One more, load, step, block. Next technique, Chundan Kongkyuk, center punch. Again, I want my foot and my hand doing the technique to finish at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Backing up. 1, same side, hand and foot are forward. 2, 3, 4. Good. That finishes wipeout, tiger dragon transfers, sunshine belts. Moving on to the 9th cup hand techniques. First one is Pakaso Anoromaki, outside inside block. Chamber hand loads by the same side ear. Good. Stepping forward towards me and outside inside block. Focus and load. Now we're gonna step and block. That's 2. Focus and load. Step, block for 3. Focus and load. Step, block for 4. Backing up, same techniques. Chamber hand loads to the same side ear with our focus. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. 9th cups, you guys have one more technique, which is Jang Kwan, palm strike. Challenge here, as you step forward, you want your hand to start, close in a fist. It's gonna open up for that palm strike towards the end. Coming forward, 1, 2, 3, 4. Backing up, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the cool things about outdoor training is that the ground is not super flat, like in a room inside of your house or like at the dojo. So you kind of challenges your balance, challenges you to find good footing, okay? Orange belts. Moving on to you guys next. First technique is gonna be Powell Coop, elbow strike. Remember, we're doing an inward elbow here, so things to keep in mind. I'm gonna raise up the arm that's going to elbow, grab onto the elbowing fist, and I'm gonna step forward, inward elbow. Same for now. Raise it, grab, step, elbow, that's 2. Raise, grab, step, elbow for 3. One more. Raise, grab, step, elbow. Same thing moving backwards. Raise it up, grab, step back, elbow. 1, 2, 3, last one. Raise it up, grab on, step, and 4. Orange belts, you guys also have downward hammer strike. So I'm gonna take my lead hand, it's gonna come straight down. Remember, when I load this downward hammer, it's way up over my head. Boom, it's coming down strong. So when I step forward, chamber hand loads over my head, step, downward hammer for 1. Loaded, step, 2, load, step, finishing, boom, that strike, same time as my foot. 1 more, loaded, step, downward hammer. 4 more going backwards. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Orange belts, that finishes your techniques. We have 7 cups left. So you guys are gonna shift into a back stance. Huko jase. First technique is going to be a low chop. So let's cue it. And I found students that repeat these cues tend to learn this technique super fast. So I would encourage you guys to repeat the words that I'm using here. Ready? Say front hip. So notice my lead hand's coming, I would call this my front hip, my back hip. This one's kind of in the direction that I'm moving, this one's kind of in the back. Front hip, I'm loaded palm down. Say ear, so my palm comes straight to my ear. I'm stepping forward into a back stance, and I'm gonna finish my low chop. I'm imagining that I'm striking with this pinky side part of my hand, chop, chop, but just at this type of an angle. My chambered hand is open, palm is flat. It's kind of, if I were to turn my hand this way, I'd be covering up my solar plexus, and I want it just underneath my chin. So it's not over here or over here. Also notice that my elbow is kind of flared a little bit. I don't have it kind of sucked in. Ready? Front hip, ear, step, chop. That was 2. Front hip, ear, step, chop. 1 more. Front hip, ear, step, chop. Same thing, backing up. Front hip, ear, step back, chop. Beautiful. Front hip, ear, step back, chop. Front hip, ear, step, chop. 1 more. Front hip, ear, step, chop. 7th ups, we have 1 final technique. So instead of a low chop, we're going to change to a center chop, or a chundan sudo maki. If you look at me from the side, the angle of my hand is consistent with the angle of my forearm. No bends, right? Keeping it nice and straight. The cueing for this one is a little bit different. So you guys can repeat after me. Front hip, knuckle. So I'm putting my knuckles together. Step and chop. Good. Front hip, knuckle, step, chop. That's 2. Front hip, knuckle, step, chop. That's 3. Front hip, knuckle, step, chop for 4. Same thing going backwards. Front hip, knuckle, step back, chop. Front hip, knuckle, step, chop. 2 more. Front hip, knuckle, step, chop. Last one. Front hip, knuckle, step, chop. Those are all of the hand techniques for the beginner class. All right, now we went through it once together. I would encourage you guys, go back through the video, go through it 2 more times for all the techniques that you're supposed to know. So if you're a 7th cup, you're going through that whole section 2 more times. If you're an orange belt, go back, watch up through the orange belt techniques, the elbows and hammers, okay? 9th cups, you guys, your new ones are outside, inside, and palm. White belts, tiger dragon transfers, sunshine belts. You guys, of course, work in low blocks, high blocks, inside blocks, and punches. All right, so work that out. Then you can grab a quick sip of water if you need it, and we'll come back here for the next round. All right, guys, good job with your forward and back hand techniques. We're gonna move on to a couple of kick drills, and we're gonna use our old friend, the tree, okay? Now, obviously, trees are pretty tough, right? But we're not gonna kick the trees super hard. I'm gonna start off with the first 3, in my opinion, most important and most basic kicks: front kick, side kick, and roundhouse kick, okay? So the idea for today is I'm going to pick my leg up once, and I'm gonna do all 3 of those kicks on the tree. Now, I wanna work on a couple of things that I'm really focused on. I'm focused on my distance. I wanna make sure that on impact, my leg is fully extended. So I'm not too close where my leg is all bent, and I'm not too far away that I can't reach the tree, okay? So I wanna focus on having full extension when I'm touching. Again, I'm not worried about tons of power for today. Other thing I want to think about is making sure I have a good load and chamber for each technique. So when I pick up my leg to do the combination of front, side, round, I don't want it to be just like front, side, round with no real loading. I want to do a good front kick so my knee is up extend all the way. When I do my side kick, notice, this is my right leg kicking. I'm gonna hold my left hand kind of right in the center of my body. I wanna bring my knee back to my hand. Boom. Pivot, and then I want to extend my foot, so I'm striking with the heel. When it's time for the roundhouse kick, I want to point my knee, bring my foot back to my tushy, and then extend with the top of the foot. That's the way I want to try to work the drill. Front kick, pull it back with a pivot, side kick, I'm a little close, reload, back to the tushy, extend for that roundhouse kick. Perfect. So you're gonna work that one 10 times each leg, okay guys? So you'll do that front side round 10 times with the right leg, 10 times with the left leg, all right? So work that out, and I'll see you right back here. All right guys, so we went through front kick, side kick, round kick. Now for the 9th gups and higher, you guys have turning back kick and axe kick. All right, for the tree for today, here's how I want to encourage you to try it. Instead of a turning back kick, which starts facing your target, you slide, spin, look, and then kick, we are just going to do dui-chagi, back kick. So I'm starting in my fighting stance with my back towards the target. Again, I want to make sure that I'm not so far away that I can't reach the tree, and I don't want to be so close that I'm real jammed when I hit it. The big thing that I want to work on is making sure that I touch the tree with my heel, with a proper foot position. So it's not a side kick. This is a back kick. If I attempt my back kick too high, I will almost always hit with the ball of my foot. So I'm not worried about super high kick. I'm gonna be focusing on kind of like this type of height. Like approximately, maybe like my knee height, maybe even lower than what I just showed. So I'm here, I'm gonna look over the shoulder of my back leg, the one I'm gonna kick with. I'm gonna bring that foot up, boom, load it close to my tushy. Then I'm gonna extend my leg so I hit with the heel. Notice my toes pointing down, not out to the side. Look, load, kick, boom. Nice and easy. Oh, that was the ball of my foot. Ah, yeah, I don't wanna go super high. I wanna focus on good heel contact. So for your back kicks, you're gonna work those. I would recommend 20 on each leg. It will not take a long time, but just focus on having a really good foot position. Once you're done with your back kicks, come this way a little bit. You wanna look for a nice light branch. That's a reasonable height for you. So for me, this is about chest high. So this is probably a pretty good target. And I'm gonna work my axe kick. So if the branch is pointed straight out, I'm gonna kind of stand straight out from where it's pointing. My kicking leg, which is my back leg, is gonna swing up on one side of the branch and then chop down, hitting with my heel. So my kicking leg comes up past my opposite leg, up, boom, and down with the heel, putting it right back. Right, not super hard. Chopping down with the heel. Just like we did 20 on each leg with the back kick, I'd recommend 20 on each leg with your axe kick. Give that a shot, 9th gups and up, and I'll see you back here for orange belt techniques in a moment. All right, orange belts and 7th gups. We're still sticking with our light, fluffy branch for your techniques. So for the orange belt techniques, we have our hook kick, we have a jump front kick, and we have a knee strike, all right? So I'm really thinking about with my hook kick that I'm aiming for one leaf, right? I can pick whichever leaf I want, and I might hit a couple of others because they're all so close together, but I'm really focusing on trying to get that one leaf, all right? So my back leg is the kicking leg. Be careful of the ground you're on. It may be a little slippery or at an angle, but it's okay. So I'm gonna pick up my back leg, I'm gonna extend out like it's a side kick, and then I wanna pull through, striking with the heel. So for what it's worth, I'm trying to hit this leaf right here. Right back where I got it from. Right? So we're working those hook kicks, 20 on each leg. When you're done with that, pick a different leaf. Maybe this time I'll aim for this one right here. Okay. I'm gonna work my jump front kick. picking up the back leg, jump and kick with the front leg. All right, same deal, 20 on each leg, and that leaves you with your knee strike. Now, you're gonna need a branch that's just the right height for this one, right? For me, this is probably at the upper limit of what my knee can reach, but I have a feeling it'll get there. I'm not grabbing onto the branch, I'm just gonna reach above it, try to pull my knee up. Boom. I wanna try to remember to point my toes down when I do that knee strike, okay? Those would be the orange belt kick techniques. For you guys, 7th ups, we're gonna go back to the tall tree for your skip side and skip round. The big challenge for you, since we're not trying to knock the trees over, is to really work on your distance. So, finding a spot, I'm gonna skip in, and I wanna finish with my leg at full extension, touching with my heel on the skip side. Ooh, ooh, a little close. Yeah, that was all right.
Master C, talk about the reload.
Sure. So after the skip side kick, I don't want my leg just to die. I don't want just to scrape down on the tree. So after I kick, I want to pull my knee back, and sometimes I think about using my offhand, just like we did for the white belt kicks in here, so I pull my knee back to it. Kick, boom, down. That is usually a big marker of people that are excellent with this. Same type of game can be played for your skip rounds. Find a distance. Again, that tree's hard. Set down. I'll try to reach this time. Yeah, oh, a little high for me. So, have fun with your skip sides and skip rounds. Ma'am?
How many would you like them to do?
How many? Just like all the rest of them, 20 on each leg. Okay, so cool. Work that out, guys. I'll see you back here in a minute. Looks like it is not raining on me too hard, again, on this awesome Memorial Day. So thanks for training, guys. Hope you enjoyed your time outside. We tried to take a picture. There were like 6 bunnies. Oh, Rebecca, there's one over here now. Let's go find him. I don't know if he's pulling up on the video, but he's just on the outside of the fence. Here, I'll let Master Cosby lead the way so I don't scare him out before you guys get there. It's a bonus of training outside. You get to see all the fun animals. Oh, there he goes. He ran off that way. Did you get him? No. Oh, another one down there. So proud. They look so teeny on the video, but it's okay. It's okay. So again, guys, thanks for training. Thanks for working hard. And I'll catch you in the next class.